Two Ways to Say It podcast. I am your boy, KC.
Bonjour, everybody. I am Ashley Renee.
Yeah, she having an identity crisis. But no, we hope that you are good, that life is going good for you. Hope everything's going well. So we're just gonna jump into this week's episode. So, Miss Ashley, how have you been? What you got going on? How is life? How is it?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing so well. At least for now. I mean,
Right.
like today. Okay, I can tell you about today. I came back from vacation and my body's trying to catch up with this
Oh.
sleep because since we flew through another dimension, clearly.
Mm.
Um, so I woke up what I consider late and
Hmm.
washed clothes. The air
Hmm.
was already on. The apartment is cool. I got it dark. I put me
Hmm.
a movie on.
Hmm.
Oh wait, before I did that, I went to Walmart, picked up my Walmart order,
Hmm.
and I put ice cream in that cart.
Yeah.
I came home. I made that apartment dark. My apartment dark. Got on the couch, snuggled up with my ice cream, the Napoleon. I know you don't like the chocolate side, but I do.
You
All three
nasty.
flavors. Because what's the point of getting Napoleon if you're not gonna eat the
That's
chocolate
nasty.
kind?
That is
That's what's
nasty.
wrong with you.
That's nasty. Ugh.
And I put on a movie, and that felt
Okay.
so good because I feel like I hadn't did that in so long. Like I eat in front of the TV, but
Hmm.
eating ice cream, I don't know, it's just something different about it when you're watching TV and eating ice cream.
It is.
So I don't know, it just felt good, nice, relaxing day. So overall, like today, I'm feeling very well. What about
Okay.
yourself?
I'm good. I did want to say, maybe it's just me. When I eat ice
Mm-hmm.
cream, it be gone in like the first 10 seconds when I'm eating. When I'm watching something, like I
Yeah,
had to eat
it's
like a
just
bigger
you.
snack. Yeah, it
It's yeah, it's just
it don't
you.
last. It don't last. Like I scoop it up, scoop it up,
Mm-hmm.
scoop it up, and then I just might as well just not even snack while I watch because it be gone. But anyway,
Mm.
I just want to see if
Wow.
anybody else dealt with it, and I know it's serious, and I know somebody else dealt with it. Um, but yes.
Yeah, maybe not though.
um, but like you say today, I guess I'm good. Like they always say, be grateful because you're alive. So I am that.
Mhm.
I'm alive. I went to
But are
work.
you living? Are you
Mm,
living? We
mm,
may be alive, but are you living or are you surviving?
hmm,
No, what they say, are you living or are you just existing?
mm, mm. I don't think I'm doing enough to just say I'm living. I ain't doing enough. Let me say I ain't doing enough today. I'm
What
just
is not
existing a
enough?
day.
Because I know you say that a lot. You say,
Yeah.
I'm not doing enough. I'm not.
Are you right?
And
Okay.
every time I talk to you, I feel like you be overloaded with a lot of stuff. But I don't know if that's
Okay.
a Pisces thing or what. But we're not gonna get into zodiac.
We ain't gotta get into it. We ain't gotta get
But I
into
know
it.
your rising is a Taurus, so I
Right.
don't know that maybe the Taurus part of you too. But what is not enough? Because I feel
Oh,
like you be doing a lot.
oh, it's that pressure. I don't know. It's that pressure.
What
I feel
pressure?
like it's that pressure. Like I guess I don't know if you ever think about it like this. I think about this too. Like even when I'm driving to work in the morning, I'm driving to work. I
Mm-hmm.
honestly have no thoughts in my mind. Right, I hear the music, and I just go to work. Then I go to work, and I'm not thinking about nothing, but I'm doing the work. Then I come home, not thinking about nothing, and I just get in the bed, and I'm like, bro, I'm not doing enough. Or like it just feel empty.
Yeah.
Like I feel like in my mind, I'm not progressing on nothing. I'm not thinking about this, which is it's soothing. But then it's kind of
Yeah.
like, did I just waste that day? Because I ain't thinking about nothing that I need to think about.
But look at it like this too, because I get it, and that's
Mhm.
fair to say. I completely understand it. But then I also look at it like for you to be able to literally not think about anything else, no worries,
Yeah,
tells you a lot too, right?
that is true. That's true. That's true.
Like you have nothing to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. Well, right, yeah. Like I ain't stressing about that. So that is good. I'm put it like that. That is a good one. I ain't stressing. Like some people wake up in the morning and really had to worry about worry about something for real. I guess since I
Yeah.
wake up and I ain't really worry about nothing but just literally getting through the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not to take away what you said, because
Hmm.
again, since we're talking about it, you know, that's almost kind of comparing what I don't like, like,
Hmm.
oh, you have to be grateful that you're not worried about something
Right,
because
right,
somebody
right.
else could be worried about something. So I feel
Hmm.
like it takes away what you're trying to say. But I do
Right.
want to understand that I do understand what you
Yeah.
said about that,
Right.
because I get it. Like when you're feeling like, again, like you wasted a day, and
Yes.
yeah, but I get it.
Yeah. Maybe I should just look at it over the week. Maybe I should, you do that thing like at the end of the week, like what did I get done this week? And not think
Yeah.
about the day part. Cause yeah, today I just felt like, yeah, I guess did what I do every day, and then I'm
Well, you
just
did go in to work, so
on the overtime day. Yeah. Okay. But I'm gonna just say maybe it was better than laying in the bed. Maybe I got a little card. You know what? There
true.
you go. There you go. I did more than laying in the bed today. So that's it. There we go. I actually did a good day. So maybe I'm living in that way. But in my mind, I was just existing because I really was not thinking about nothing. But anyway,
So let me ask you this then.
uh-huh.
So do you write down goals, like long term goals, short term goals? Like, because I noticed that you said maybe I should have said what I did by the
Mm-hmm.
end of the week, or how my
Yeah.
day, well, how was the week pretty much. So
Mm-hmm.
do you write goals for the week? Like, how do you, if you write goals, like, how
Mm-hmm.
do you write it down? Because I'm trying to get into that, like writing down my goals, like short term, mid term, long term goals. But it's like, how do you write that? I don't know.
Right. 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 Okay. So it's funny because I don't think people really think about short-term goals as much as they should. Like, cause when I write down when I write down long-term goals, it's always like the stuff we say we want in the future. Like I got this stuff written down, like the stuff I'm trying to
Yeah,
manifest. Like I know I want this by the end. I know I want to live here by the end. I know I want this. Like that type of stuff. But the
right.
short term, I don't. I don't write that down. I don't think nobody do for real. Because when we really don't think about the small steps we do take to get to this stuff.
To get,
Like we really
yeah,
don't think about our short term goals for real. We didn't think about, okay, this week I at least what could be an accomplishment? Um, I paid all my bills on time this week.
dang. Like, but that's
I'm
the
just
goal,
playing.
like you said.
Yeah.
And I think a short term goal, like if I had to make one this week, it would be probably, for me, it's cleaning up my room. And let me tell you something, I am not dirty. Okay, but I think everybody know what I'm saying when I
Whatever.
say clean up my room, like clothes and stuff, get them
Mm-hmm.
folded, or just cleaning out my closet.
Yeah,
It's so
that's
the
hard.
closet, like the
Mm-hmm.
closet is that place where you just throw everything when you don't feel like cleaning up. I'm just like
Right.
boom, boom,
Boom.
boom, shut the door, boom.
And close that door, look, and it look good. It
Be
look good,
holding
then
it
yeah,
back, but like everybody bust open.
right. And it look good, and it make the room look good
It
for
made the
temporary.
room look so
Until you got to
good.
open it back up to find some, then it don't look
And
good
then
no more.
everything falling
You
down
talk
on
about
me.
room. It ain't, and I think and I'm moving. It's funny. I just thought about this before we got on here. I thought about like, okay, maybe I need to sit there and get a trash bag, all the clothes I'm not gonna wear,
Hmm.
just get them there together and just go ahead and give them away or do something with them because I think that's my bulk of junk. I think I got so much stuff that I don't use. I
Yeah.
can I can never find the stuff I do actually need and use. Like that's why I'm in those same like it just that's really the junk of my room. If I can get to that, if I can get rid of that stuff that I really don't need and let my mama tell it, I ain't gonna be able to find nothing because apparently I feel like I need everything. But literally, it's some little stuff that's building up the bottom of them piles. And I need to get them maybe to make the pile smaller. I need to and get rid of it.
Pretty
That's my
much.
dilemma. I need to do that. And I probably do, I guess, when it's time to move. But that is my
Yeah,
biggest thing for real.
I would suggest, just a suggestion now, because
Mm-hmm.
people don't like to listen to me to the last minute. But definitely get a head start. Don't wait until a week
Yeah.
or two before it's time for you to move. I would literally
Mm-hmm.
at least start it now, and
Mm-hmm.
then maybe a month before start getting rid of some of the stuff that you don't want. Like go ahead and get out, and it'll be less stuff for you to move or worry
Yeah.
about.
That's true.
So
That's true. I'm gonna have to I'm I'm gonna get to it.
no,
I'm gonna get to it. But
Okay.
not today, not tomorrow, not this weekend. But I'm gonna get to it,
Right.
and I'm gonna listen.
I know you will at the
Right.
last minute. And it's
That,
okay.
no, I'm gonna listen. It's gonna be the last minute, but it's not gonna be that week before. It might be 3 weeks before. See, that's better. That's better.
If you say so. If you
Okay.
say so.
So like we always do, we always on social media, and I don't know if you actually, I don't know if you. Now you don't really be on Twitter. I think I probably send you stuff on Twitter.
Hmm.
But recently, and I'm gonna say these last 2 days, it been something going on with the teachers talking. And this is one teacher. I gotta look up his name on TikTok. I'm gonna put it on here. And he made a video where he basically was saying that, and which is it was actually surprising video for him because he's one of them teachers. I don't know if you see like the new age teachers now where they use stuff like that the children relate to. So people like them because it show how young teachers can
And
interact
you
with
can
younger.
connect with the
Yeah.
children better. Yeah.
So he one of them teachers. So I actually was surprised that he called this out, but he basically was saying where, which I don't know if he had complaints from parents, but he was like that. I think he teaches like 7th grade or something. He was like, I want y'all parents to know that you have a child in the 7th grade and they still reading on 4th grade levels. And yeah, and he was saying like that it ain't nothing he can do about it. It's y'all. It's the parent
Hmm.
part, and that's what I feel like. And it was actually a little back and forth. A little some people agree, some people don't. Some people saying it's not a parent problem, and for me, that is a parent problem. I
It
hate
is.
that sometimes we think that teachers are parents, and teachers can only do so much. So what do you think about this parent teacher? Yeah, what we get mixed up at? What's going on? What's up?
Okay, so we ain't got no children.
We ain't got no children, so we can't talk.
We ain't got no, we can't
We
talk
got no.
about it.
We can't say that. We don't know what we talking
So
about. We just
so let me
rambling.
be clear. I'm not talking about the kids because one, you start talking about people kids, they be ready to fight, which is
There you
fair.
go. Mm-hmm.
But I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about
Right.
parenting, your parenting styles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, again, I feel like people should be very intentional about parenting. And when I
Right.
say that, I mean, of course, you're going to send your kids to school to learn. That is a
Right.
part of being a teacher, is teaching
Mm-hmm.
them the
Mm-hmm.
fundamentals of school. I say school, but learning,
Right.
math,
Right.
reading,
Mm-hmm.
all this, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, you cannot sit here and tell me that you do not realize that your child is not reading at the level that they should be,
Yes.
or math skills,
Mm-hmm.
something
Yeah.
has to be showing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I, when we can, the same way you can see when they start dancing and cursing and doing all this stuff, you're so
Uh-huh.
happy, all this,
Mm-hmm.
and this not for
It's
all the
fun,
family.
right?
Y'all can see all
Mm-hmm.
this entertainment stuff and
Right.
catch it. And when they start getting good in basketball and football, you ready to throw them in,
Mm-hmm.
throw them on the team and stuff like that. But you cannot convince me that you cannot tell when your child is falling behind. If you cannot tell, that means you're not paying attention.
Thank you. Exactly.
So my advice is to just really start paying attention
Yeah.
and going up to the school. Now, do I think the only part where I would have to just put it on the teacher, if the teacher from 4th through 7th grade didn't say anything to the parents about it. Like, yes, they
Right.
need to
Right.
recognize it, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, kids are doing different things at school. So it's like, hey, maybe I should work on flashcards or something like that.
Right.
Like, just some suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing about it. Is
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put majority of the
Mm-hmm.
blame on the parenting.
Yeah. See, and I think I don't know, and I don't know if it's the new parents. I don't know who it is. Where like, and I'm pretty sure when we were young, I mean, we got this. So like, we had homework, and when we come home with stuff, my mama, the first thing my mama did when she got in the house, my mama said, "Do you got homework?" She did it with my brothers
Mm-hmm.
too. That was the first thing she asked. Of course, the younger years, high school, you kind of, your parent kind of gets to that trust part. It's like, I expect you to do your work. But when we talk
Right.
about them developmental years, like kindergarten through what we could say 8th grade, I guess. Them
Yeah.
years, you expect your child to have homework. So I think it starts like that. So if your child coming home and you never ask them to see something, or like checking to see if they're doing homework because it's the norm. Like I would think most
Mm-hmm.
teachers give children homework. They can't learn without it. They got to try. That's the way they practice on their own. So if you're not doing that, I think that's where the problem starts. And I think some parents think, well, if I send my child, like you said, some like of course it is. Teachers are supposed to teach them like ABCs, 1, 2, 3, all this. They supposed to, right? That's what they go to
Right.
school for. But how can you expect the child to retain it if you're never going over there with them, or the children only like they only getting it in school? You actually don't know how they learn it in school. But the only way you will know is if you sit them down at home and see what they learning. Like, are you not checking
Mm-hmm.
to make sure they're getting it? Like, that's why I think it's good for parents when they sit down and actually, help the children with the homework. Try to kind of see where your child at.
Right.
If they struggling with this, I already have a sense of it. Like I feel like most parents already know when they say they trying to go to tutoring and stuff. It's good when a parent is like, "Am I trying to go to tutoring?" Not, and we need to get to the point where the teacher calling you saying, "Yeah, your child is really not catching on to this." That should have been something you already caught because you're supposed to be paying attention to their homework, stuff they
Mm-hmm.
bring at home. I mean, you're supposed to already pay attention to that stuff. I think parents are some parents are too what I would say, I ain't gonna say trusting, or they rely too much on that. My child is gonna learn everything, and I have to teach them nothing as long as I got them in school. That's like
Right.
that's surface. You know how much more it is.
Yes. And me coming from one of my previous jobs, I would say from hearing some of the providers from what we call them,
Right.
they would some of the parents would be very defensive, like once you tell
Mm-hmm.
them, like, hey, your child may be struggling in this area, And granted, I don't think nobody wants to hear like, hey, um,
But
your child is struggling
mm-hmm.
because I think we all view kids or people view their kids as, smart and the
Yes.
best,
Mm-hmm.
which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Right.
But at the same time, we're all human. And even if you just say, hey, they're struggling in this area, all you have to do is just work on this, boom, 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 and they'll get it. And most of the time, majority of the time, that is what happens. And I
Yeah.
think that too is just like just calm down for a second, hear what
Mm-hmm.
they have to say, and
Yep.
work on it. Don't be so defensive because I feel like you're only hurting your child once you build that wall up and like, no, not my
Mm-hmm.
child, like all that extra
Yeah.
ness,
It's
you're only hurting your child.
yeah.
When they don't have that fundamental base learning,
Mm-hmm.
it only hurts them later.
Yeah.
I promise you.
And you're gonna be the one embarrassed because these days the
Yes,
parents since a lot of parents hold their child as like this trophy thing,
prize. Uh-huh.
you're gonna be the one embarrassed because you have holding them to this light and you want to be able to compare your children to other children and people children and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when your child is not gonna be able to catch up, it's gonna be embarrassing on your end. You're
Yep.
not gonna like it. Your child probably ain't gonna be able to even fully understand it. Of course, they not even. But anyway, they're not gonna be fully understanding this stuff. It's gonna be you.
Exactly.
This should be an embarrassment to you. So why not? Let's draw it
It's
back. Be
yeah, just
parents. Yeah,
I feel like just go ahead, especially if they're young, like
yeah.
kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and the teacher is telling you like these things. I feel like it should be a little easier then. Again, because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, kids don't know like okay, she's struggling with reading in second grade because
Right.
all of them probably really can't.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not gonna say that because they can read, but I don't think you notice that somebody can't read in the second grade
Right.
or kindergarten because everybody's at that base level.
Right.
But again, you don't want to be in the sixth, seventh grade. Of course, that's when it's like, oh, hold on.
Wait a minute. Yeah, and then you got to think about too how them other children gonna view them. Like you supposed to want your child to go to school and be comfortable. And you don't want them. You want
Right.
to, even though you can't keep control of everything that happens in school. That's the one thing you
Hmm.
don't want your child to be able to be talked about. Their educational, their learning
Yeah,
progress,
that is true.
because that's one of those things that they can say about a child that a child really can't argue. Because if I'm
Hmm.
in class and the teacher call on you to read and that ain't funny. That ain't funny. If a teacher call on you to read and you can barely get it out, when everybody
Mm-hmm.
laughing at you or they making fun of you, that's something that's gonna stick with them because you really can't argue because you just
Yep.
showed them it's something you lacking. You know, it's not the same as they say. Don't you know they call you this and that? You could just say this when they come to like education.
To
That's what they in
education.
school for. They
Yep.
can't argue that. So they finna be kind of conditioned to this. People they don't want. They're gonna be scared to read out loud. They're gonna be scared to
Mm-hmm.
do educational things in front of other people. Like that's one of the things that they cannot argue with other students about. And students will literally pick on your child for that, and they're gonna remember them for that. Because
That's
that's how
true.
they was in school with us. I mean, the children who was a little behind and had different challenges. We remember them for that.
That's true. That's
Sadly,
true.
that's we remember them for that. Like because it's school. Like like they I don't know what they think about it. It's school. That's all we think about is
And
who can read, who
kids,
can write,
we're
all that
we're
stuff.
mean at that age. At least, we
Yes,
see it now, like, but that's just part of being a kid because
right.
kids are honest.
Yeah,
And is it fair? It's not fair, but we know that this is what happens. Like, you can't save your kid
right.
from bullying. All thing you
Hmm.
do is just teach them like how to react to it, or
And that's it.
what to
Yeah.
do or whatever. But other than that,
Hmm.
you cannot save them from bullying.
Nope.
I guess certain things anyway, like you
You,
said,
oh
with
yeah.
reading and all that.
Hmm.
But I
And
don't have
and
kids. I don't know.
right. We don't know how kids. And I like just a little bit on that bullying. And I know a lot of parents these days think they have. We done went to the past the point of we can't stop them from bullying. We see parents try to jump in the middle of children's stuff and try to feel like you can control them. That is so inappropriate.
It is.
Children business is children business. So, like Ashley said, you can't stop the bullying from coming. Jumping in the middle or fighting children and arguing with that child for your child, and that's not. I'm sorry. I know that
Yeah,
nobody do that
I
to you in
find
school.
it
You
weird.
can't do
Do
that.
you ever see them on Facebook? Like, a lot of the parents will put like, oh, if they touch my baby, all this,
Like,
I
come on
fight
now.
kids too.
You don't do
It's kind
that.
of like, for one, get off social media, because if she's already being bullied, I don't need. Well, I personally wouldn't want my mom getting on here saying my kid
Yeah.
being bullied at school, blah
Hmm.
blah. That's enough saying being bullied at school. Then you got to come
Exactly.
on here and air it out. But you
Yep.
think you making it better by saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna jump in and one. Most people who say they're not gonna do it.
It facts.
Especially when these young kids, they second and third grade, girl, you finna go to
Exactly.
jail.
And you
Or
my
or
point.
you saying that you're gonna fight their parents and stuff like that. Like, get
It's
off Facebook and
unnecessary.
stuff with this. Like,
Uh,
this
it's
this
so
this
inappropriate.
is one of the reasons why nothing can get resolved. Like, and I completely understand.
Hmm.
Nobody wants their kid. I got a niece. I wouldn't want her to come to me saying somebody bullying her.
Right.
Yes, that would
Hmm.
make me angry. But at the same time, I'm not gonna get on social media saying I'm gonna whoop the parents' butt and I'm gonna
No.
beat the kids up. I'm gonna say
Mm-mm.
that in the household, but
Right. Yeah. Right. And
I'm
I
not
ain't
gonna
finna.
go
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah. Ain't go too
But
far. They children.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so stop airing your kids' business out on social media. That is just so weird to me. I don't.
Very. And stop getting in the middle of your children's business. You are not their friend. I can't stand to see that. Like, stop jumping in
I
your children's
know it's
business.
weird.
You are not their friend. You are not in school with them. I can understand if you now the parent part of if your child getting picked on, you got to go talk to the principal about it. You're trying to do something about it. That's one thing. But
Hmm.
you texting the friends saying, "Don't you do this?" and if you do this, and I'm gonna do this to you, or like, come on now, yeah,
It was
and set an example. But wait, go ahead.
a the situations with the bus, like the parents would come on the bus and try to fight the kids and
Yeah,
stuff like that. I'm like, bro, this is so weird. Who get on here and try to fight kids?
kids.
Like,
I can see talking to the parent, and when I say talking, you can talk because I think a lot of people don't think about that.
yes,
These are children, right? Like at this age, of course, we shouldn't be doing all that fighting and stuff. But when we were young, think about it, we wouldn't think about the fighting and stuff we doing is wrong. Like we wouldn't thinking like I'm getting
right.
into this person and I'm the bigger person. I'm positive. Man, we are you still developing. You don't learn that stuff till
Pretty
later on in
much.
life. You gotta let children be children. Children gonna fight, they gonna get into it. All you can
Hmm.
do is tell your child to, don't let nobody talk to them crazy and all that. You can do that. But
Yeah.
you jumping in and what are you blurring them lines and half of the people knowing they parent ain't do that for them, trying to do that for them children, knowing that ain't no good example. They need to quit
Yep.
playing. They ain't learn how to
Yep.
act. Learn how to act.
And we saw one case. I don't know if that was. I can't remember. It was in Mississippi somewhere
Mm-hmm.
where. And this I don't think has anything to do with school, but I think they were like school age girls,
Mm-hmm.
and they went to the hair store or somewhere,
Yeah.
and they got into one of the clerks there.
Mm-hmm.
Went back home. The mom brought the girls back up there. I guess
Mm-hmm.
the clerk ended up winning the fight or something, and one of the girls ended up getting killed. And that be
Mm-hmm.
my whole thing too. It's just like, okay, you got into the clerk. What did you do? First, it is what did you do? Now, I used to
Yeah.
hate when my mom did that because, for one, it makes me feel like you're not on my side.
Cause
Like
yeah.
you don't hear what I'm saying. I ain't like when she
Yeah.
did it all the time because it was sometimes where I really didn't do anything. So don't
Right.
ask me what I did. But in most cases, I just feel like you should ask like what you did. Because
Right.
again, people love to say that they know their kids. I
Mm-hmm.
know my child, and I'm gonna go back to another example with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Since you know them, then I feel like there should be the question. What did you do then? Tell me what you do, because I think you did this, but tell me what you really did.
There you go. Yeah.
But she took two of the girls back up there, and I think one of them ended up getting killed. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was just a sad situation. And again, I just go back to blaming the parent for that because you got into a little altercation, you made it back home. Don't go back to that hair store. It's
Right.
plenty of other hair stores that you can go to. And let's move forward. Like it's
Yeah.
not that deep unless she put her hands on
Never.
you. Then we call the police,
Yeah.
something. But we ain't finna go back up there.
No.
We just not unless the police is there with us.
Right. And especially not in this day and age. Let's be for real. You know how people don't fight no
Exactly.
more. People don't
They
fight no
don't
more.
fight no
All
more.
these situations you be trying to think, oh, all we gotta do is go square it off. Half of the time somebody end up getting their life taken for that. Like that, and you should know
Yep.
this. Like it be in the news almost every week. You know that these stuff don't
But
happen.
I
Like
think people convince themselves that they can beat up everybody, that they
yeah,
can win everything, and life gon'
they gonna show
prove you
you.
wrong every time. Always somebody
They
bigger
gonna
and
show
better.
you
I promise you it is. Like
all the time.
every
Yeah,
time. But this
you
is
can't
what
beat up
happens when
everybody.
you think you
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Billy, what they
big and
say? What
bad.
is it? What is it? What is it? What they be
Billy, is
saying?
it Billy Badass? No.
I think it is. It might be. I think that's what it is. I think it.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Anyway, it sound right. That sound right. You're not that. You're not that. Okay. There's always somebody out there who can get you. So let's stop acting like we invincible in that. Let's stop pretending like we don't know how far this can go before we go out there and do it. Especially stop involving your children in it. Unless you don't care about your
Right.
children. I don't know. It's sad about this school stuff. And the fact that I'm even talking about this, knowing it, no, I don't think I ever did it. I probably know somebody that did it though. And parents, I don't know, maybe these days it's different. I know when we got report cards and progress report cards, my mama had the whole schedule when they came out. Mama did not play. You get to that house, mama was asked for the report card, that progress report. See,
hmm
it's funny because you can come up with so many excuses. At some point, they know you lying. They know you lying about
Exactly.
what they give to them. So that stuff like that, you need to pay attention to. Do not listen to these children. Oh, this sounds so bad because I'm not trying to be the op. You know what I'm saying? Because I was young. I know. But this for the parents. Like when them children had on progress reports and report cards, you gotta look at. You gotta know where your child is. If you care about their education, you have to know. I know excuses be like my counselor got it, them grades ain't dropped yet. My teacher said they want the right grade. Parents, check them progress report. Know something.
Please.
I mean, I get it. I know you can't make it to every PTA meeting. I know you can't do this. I know it's hard working out here. I get it. I really get it. But you gotta know something about what your child doing. Please
Very
know
much.
something. Because you're gonna find out the hard and they asking you why your child ain't got this or what. They gonna ask you later. So it's better to just go ahead and keep up with it. Just go ahead and keep up with it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's
Yeah,
not
and
gonna hurt
even
nothing.
just you just see it like now school is like a fashion show now. Like
Yeah.
parents are putting a lot of energy into what their kids look like, and
Mm-hmm.
instead of, and I'm not saying that the parents who are putting energy into what their kids
Mm-hmm.
look like aren't looking at their grades, but I just for the ones who don't. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Stop putting all this energy into shoes and clothes and stuff like that. Yes, they need to look decent when they go to school,
Mm-hmm.
of course, but
It's not the most
these kids,
important
all I'm gonna
part.
say is most of these children not looking like children when they go to school. And, and
Not at
and I
all.
know they talk about the females a lot, but even the guys, they looking like grown men.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's probably what they want, but it's
20,
not good. It's not good.
it's not
These.
good. Just put that energy into their education. The same way you
Mm-hmm.
can go out that day and schedule you not being at work to go buy shoes and clothes.
Mm-hmm.
It's scheduled time to go talk to their teacher.
Yes. Yeah.
We grew up. I don't know if parents still go to PTA meetings or if they do, because when
Mm-hmm.
I was in school, parents weren't going to the PTA meetings when nobody opened them but the teacher.
Right. Yeah, that's for real. They weren't. They weren't. They weren't.
But as you get older, and again, because we don't have kids, we can see more.
Mm-hmm.
You see the importance of going to these events,
Get something out of it. Yeah.
these
Yeah.
meetings. So
Mm-hmm.
I would just say, schedule meetings and stuff with
Mm-hmm.
your kids' teachers. I
Yeah.
just don't see how hard that could be. Like,
Yeah.
regardless if you're working 2 jobs,
Mm-hmm.
or it'll take 1 hour
Jet
of your
one. Thank
time,
you. Jet
one
one.
hour,
Jet one.
and then
And
you can go
you
to work when you leave there.
exactly. And you
If
can get the
it's
hour back on your off day. I promise you. You ain't even gotta
true
worry about it.
personal time, you got vacation time,
Exactly. You get
you
it
got
back.
all it.
You got it.
So I don't know. I just think parenting just fully needs to be intentional before you have kids too. So I
Yeah.
think we waiting to be intentional when we have kids when they're here,
Mm-hmm.
but just think about things that you want to do, or plan certain things before you have kids too.
Right.
So, and I know it's easier said than done. So I'm not trying to make it seem like parenting, like I got it so planned out, it's gonna turn out just like this. We know it's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
turn out the way
Right.
you planned it most of the time, but I think majority of the time, if you try, it probably will.
Exactly. So yes, parents, just be parents. And in my last little piece, I did have to say this. You know how, and I actually hate to see some people like when they be on social media, they be dogging they like younger self. They be saying, well, it be like they compare their bodies. I'm gonna be honest, they be some of their bodies. Well, they be like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I grew up like I was used to look like this. And they be like, look at me now, so like that. When we were just children. Now, of course, we look at it, we be embarrassed. We be
Yeah,
embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie, we don't want to see them pictures. But we were just kids. So at that time, we just look how we was gonna look. It wasn't that we weren't getting something or didn't look. We just weren't fully developed. We just look how we look.
that's true.
But think about it now. Be sure now, ain't gotta worry about that. They ain't gotta worry about that. They gonna look back. They gonna be like, well, we already look how we was supposed to look at they gonna
Man,
they already got that glow up. They don't have to
okay.
worry about that struggle of like, I don't want to see these pictures. Cause to me, they already looking grown. They ain't gonna have to worry about that. I don't see what they gonna look like. They gonna be looking elderly if they in a minute. Like they look too. They already look old. They
It's
not gonna have to worry about that.
scary. I
Oh,
mean, is that not scary to
it
see?
is.
Even in middle school, these girls
They
have
look
wigs
so.
on. I'm
They
just
look.
like, what parent? I don't care. Y'all can come for me, please. What parent sits here and puts a wig on
Out of
a
all the school
child's
options.
head?
Out of all the
Granted,
school options.
even in high school, I feel like you shouldn't be wearing a wig. But
Mm-hmm.
middle school,
That be the. I'm telling you. They ain't gonna. I'm telling you.
oh, what you going?
That's good. It's so different that literally they not gonna be able to look back and be like, I didn't like how I look. They ain't got to go up from nothing. They already doing everything they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? What else do they have left to do?
Yes.
They ain't gotta wait. So like back in the day, girls and I guess I don't know if dudes really had something they really wanted to wait and do, but yeah, because I guess dudes maybe waited for a beard or a mustache, but girls probably waited to. Oh, if you did what all you were interested in them nails, them lashes, all that, you had to wait until like, oh, I can't wait till I can get up to do it. Ain't no waiting
Yes.
for them. It's
It was
they
like if
have it
we
already.
right, and I hate to keep comparing, different generations and stuff like that, because of course over time things change, so we can't
Hmm.
keep saying like, when we
Yeah,
were
right.
growing up like that. But at the
That's
same
true.
time, it's something with this generation that really is super different.
And yeah,
Like,
they
I'm
are.
not saying that we didn't
Very
wear
advanced.
weave, but I'm
Hmm.
just gonna speak on myself. We wore weave, and when I say weave, like the tracks and stuff, when I was in the carnation
Yeah.
or a prom
Hmm.
or a dance or something where we needed to get our hair done. Most of the time, it was just braids or something
Hmm.
like that, and the braids weren't, you were getting them a certain length. It
Yeah, it's
wasn't
different.
then near your butt. Like, these girls coming with this stuff so long, their hair color. Like, well, you can come to school with all that hair color.
It's
And I feel
different.
like it doesn't teach kids the boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, now, even before, I ain't gonna say now, even before, kind of like when I first started interviewing for jobs and stuff like that,
Hmm.
even at Walmart, when I started working at Walmart in 2011, I
Hmm.
think that's when I started noticing when people come to interviews just dressed any kind of way. And I'm just like, okay, well, we were brought
Hmm.
up, even if it is a Walmart interview, you come with a nice shirt on, some
Something,
slacks,
yeah.
and some,
Hmm.
they coming in with jeans, white beaters. It's just like, I need a
Gone.
job. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm just like,
Hmm.
okay. And to this day, I cannot come in with jeans and
It
stuff
don't
like
feel
to no
right. Yeah, it
interview.
don't.
Like, everybody else got on bonnets and stuff.
they
I'm just like,
they show
where
it's
are we
gone.
going
I'm
with this?
telling
Because
you.
it's no boundaries anywhere. I get you want to express yourself,
Hmm.
all this, but it's just a time and place for me. I'm just gonna say that for certain things. Like,
Yeah.
this just me.
Hmm.
If I was taught that way, then I say, hey, I was taught that way, and it's just what I kind of just stand on. It's just certain things that you just don't
Yep.
do. I don't
Hmm.
care. I
Mm-mm.
said what I said. I ain't
I
changing
ain't
it,
taking
and
it,
that's just what it is.
and that what it is.
But
Let
you
it
wear
go.
what you want to wear. That's just how I
It's,
feel.
exactly. All I say is, in a minute, the preschoolers gonna have on lakefront. It's about to get ugly.
Pretty much.
It's about to get ugly.
Lashes.
Oh, it's about
It's
to get
just
ugly.
why. I just want to know why. So my thing is, if you're one of the parents who allows your daughter to wear lashes, even in high school, to me, just let me know why. I just want to understand why. And I'm not asking in a mean way. Just help me understand, why does your
Feel a
daughter need to
context.
wear lashes?
Mm-hmm.
Um and the wigs too, the full lace front with the glue. Why they just can't have just a little nice little sew in and the hair stop right here? Why? Because I ain't against wearing weaves in
Yeah.
school at a certain
Mm-hmm.
age, but the length, the color, and the
They just look
glue and
grown.
stuff,
They just look
yeah,
grown.
yeah,
It's
and
no,
we just gotta
it's
be for
kind of,
real.
yeah, and it's just blurring the line between, and then it might be because you're trying to appeal to another crowd, but I feel like it's blurring the line. There's no, like you said, boundary. It's no line of like these girls are older and these girls are younger no more. It's literally so mixed in that some of those girls can be put in either, like, well, the younger girls can look
Yes,
old. You can't tell no more. Like, you sometimes, people be shocked at people age now. Like, when a girl, some of them girls, they be on little social media, especially a lot of the little TikTok viral girls. You ask, because of how much they do, what they wear. You ask their age, and they be like 16. You be like, what? Okay, and you know how many? And then you'll be thinking about it. Okay, because the dudes that's probably liking the pictures and stuff, probably in their 20s and
yes,
30s. And it's because of how you are, how they let them present it.
present it.
It's just not,
Yeah.
there's no boundaries no more. But yeah, it's definitely getting ugly. Parents, yeah, what you gotta do?
Okay, wait, and let me throw this in here
Go ahead.
too. And
Mm-mm.
in the comment, please don't say because your kids make good grades, you it to me, this good grades is kind of
That's
like,
not,
oh, they make
that's
good
not,
grades, they're a good kid. So I'm gonna let
okay.
them have whatever they want. It's still boundaries to certain things.
There you go,
One, that's
parenting.
what you're supposed to do.
It's
Is to
supposed to be boundaries for
go to
parenting.
school.
Right.
And you can parent however you want to. We just didn't grow up where you got money and stuff for having good grades, because they looked at it like they what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to
Well,
do.
I gotta pay you
That's how
to
we
go
hold
get
parents.
A's and
So,
stuff in school. Now,
yeah.
and it's nothing wrong with positive reinforcement. That's what it's
Right.
called.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
positive
wrong with
reinforcement.
that. And
And being
I
rewarded.
wouldn't. And this is how we grew up. Now, if I had kids or something like that and they had good grades or something like that, maybe every blue moon is I'm
Yeah.
not giving money, but if it's a girl or something like that, we'll go get our nails done, painted
Yeah.
or something
Hmm.
like that. Just something like that. But every time, no, we ain't finna do all that.
Yeah. But that's that
Or we can
boundaries.
go somewhere and have
Hmm.
pizza or something. Just some real light and air.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't want that to be one of the reasons, even if it is. Give me something else, because good
It's something
grades is
else.
not a reason to wear
Hmm.
big bulky eyelashes to school and lace fronts. Sorry.
There you go. Big facts. So parents, just do better. I don't know what else. Just do better. And I know we're like we said, we're not parents. Y'all think we don't know that, so whoop de whoop de
Yeah,
whoop. But in
we just gonna let
general,
y'all have it.
we're gonna let y'all have it, do what y'all want to do, but just know how it looks to us and how it can look to
Hmm.
someone else.
Right.
But yes, we're gonna leave y'all alone. Like we always do, we're gonna give our final remarks. Um, and as always, I'm gonna start it.
Thank
Um,
you.
so I guess this week, dang, I low key wanted to say what you said last week about change, but I'm not gonna say your thing. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about, I guess, a little bit about the teacher thing. So, and I think I might have said this on the episode before because I want to be a professor and I want to, but that's kind of older people. But in general, parents, you put a lot of pressure on teachers to do everything to be like the child's third parent. So if you want to put all that pressure on them, how about you appreciate them in the same way? I think it is rare. I know my mama used to do it for my brother's teachers, like when it's teacher appreciation week. I think that teacher, I think we had some went in there before and they rarely got gifts and stuff. They rarely got that.
Hmm.
Of course, the school and the principal probably celebrating it, but the parents who be begging all year to get my child grades right don't be giving them nothing.
Okay.
So, and the ones who be emailing them, arguing with them about the grades, probably just get that grade and go on. Don't get no appreciation. So think about too the
Hmm.
job of a teacher. Think about to just appreciate them. It's not that hard to at least tell the teacher thank you. It could be at the end of the year. Shoot, do it in the middle of the year. Once you check on your child, just tell them thank you because in a way they are kind of take care of your child during the day and kind of, giving them a lot of the knowledge they need. And it's just hard
Yeah.
thinking that somebody parent might beat me up because they grades bad. So think about that. Think about teaching and think about getting beat up. See how hard that is. So yeah, just appreciate teachers a little more. That's all I got. Just appreciate them.
I agree. I definitely think teachers need to be appreciated more. I don't
Especially
see
these
how
days.
they're now because
Teacher
yeah,
and crazy.
they're ruthless.
For real.
I guess my message would be, of course, I came back from Paris a few days ago, and
Mhm.
when I go to other countries, I just watch what other people do. I love to be very observant, and that's one
Mhm.
reason why I do travel. It's not to clout chase or what other people think. It's really to just see how other people live.
Yeah,
And my main message would be to get out and travel more and just experience. Don't just go and party.
right.
And that can be a part of your itinerary, as Vaughn would say. But put in a time where you are sightseeing and out eating and just sitting out and just watching how other cultures move,
Hmm.
because it can teach you a lot of things, especially hopefully we don't get banned from YouTube for saying this, but how the United States move with certain things? Because we got
Hmm.
to be real careful, y'all. It's
Words has been
something,
said. We good.
yeah, something is not giving in the United States. I'm grateful to be here. Is it one of the best countries? Maybe, because
Hmm.
I haven't been to every country, but
Right.
one, yeah, it's a lot of
Hmm.
things that I feel like we need to work on, especially when it comes to the food. So that's what I would say. When you travel, like really let it be an experience.
Right.
Um, and just appreciate it. Take that time out to literally watch how other cultures move. So
Yes.
that's my message for tonight, you guys.
All right. And thank y'all for watching as always, continuous watchers. Everybody who be tuned in, even if you're not a subscriber, just people who dropping in to hear, what we be talking about,
Hmm.
hear these two amazing people talk. But thank you. Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
And like always, like, comment, share, subscribe, do what you do. And like as you said, tell us in the comments what you think about people putting this pressure on these parents, I mean these teachers to be parents. These teachers are not
Right.
parents, but why are we thinking these teachers are parents? Tell us what you think. And until next time, bye bye.
Au revoir.